Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Right, so this was very requested. As you know, a first time, I guess, discovering more musicians and singers for the first time from the Indian music industry. And this is, I just wrote down how to pronounce it, Kailash Kher. I think that's not too far. And this was in Unplugged. We seem to like this environment, and
We do.
It's very pleasant to the ears. And let's give it a watch. I don't know much about it, but yeah,
All right, let's have a look. Okay. Royal Stag. That
Certainly
place is gorgeous.
very requested. So.
मैं ना चाहूं मैं तो चाहूं संगम तेरा
That's a
मैं
beautiful.
तो तेरी सैयां
That's the name of the song, Saiyaan. Or Saiyaan, I don't know.
That's a beautiful instrument. Did you see it? That's a brilliantly ornamented.
Yeah.
तू है मेरा
God.
The vocalist on the far corner.
Yeah, I saw them the first time it opened. Oh, nice. Oh, wow.
Contrabass. Electronic.
Yeah. Easier to equalize.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is exactly what we love. This type of instrumentalization. I love this idea of letting music be music and perhaps sometimes unstructurized and
but this is definitely structured.
sounds. No, I mean it in the sense of there are no
Predictions. There are no boundaries per se.
yeah, because of its linear nature. There's no need to predict. You know where it's going. It's as if you knew your way home.
Exactly. Yes, that's a beautiful analogy. I agree with that.
No, thanks, man. I am a poet on the side.
No, just a moment,
Go on.
because I think it's important to emphasize that when you are working with a major key
Yep.
and you create melody out of one chord, so you're using several harmonics from the one chord,
Okay.
which is basically the whole section here. This whole section, it's moving between two harmonies from the same chord.
Okay.
So you're having like a E7, it's A third or an E2, and then you're playing with that harmonic or sharp E. E sharp or an E major, and the two of them are continuously coming back and forth, and that's the chord progression itself. It is based of one core.
Yeah.
I like that type of melody. Is really common in alternative music.
Yep.
And it creates this kind of like familiar yet mysterious atmosphere because you're working with a major key, so you have this
Still
mystery,
bright, right?
Exactly, but you have this mystery edge because you're working with with harmonics from the same chord, which it allows you to settle in a ground, but then see sparkles around it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand. Yeah, that's a fair point, I think, yeah.
I just because it's what gives it that like majestic feel to.
Well, a bit like that image. It's
Exactly.
dark, but it's bright.
That's right. It's like right before the break of dawn.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear enough to kind of like see through the shapes.
Yeah.
But
Still dark, yeah, nonetheless.
you see, it's one chord, but you're playing with the harmonics of the chord.
Nice hat, brother.
Nice violin playing. And then you have a completely set of chords here.
तू जो झूले प्यार से आराम से मर जाऊं चंदा बाहों में तुझ में ही गुम हो जाऊं
That's live, dog.
तेरे नाम में खो जाऊं सैयां
That's another thing that's very common in alternative rock music. Well, this is not really rock, but alternative progressive music. That is a 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 2, and you have that swing feel to it. And it was very popular in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
You know, it's so in. Like,
Oh, yeah, here you're seeing the the vast influences and mixed obviously with the vocal
yeah, incredible
vocalizations,
cool fusions throughout the whole piece. You get really folkloric, really classical takes in like especially his vocalizations are
very
very
obviously classical influence
exactly
to a certain extent.
Exactly. And then you hear the instrumentalization of it is also somehow very classical at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you enter with this 3/4 alternative
so.
feel where you play with major chords and it's harmonics, and suddenly everything becomes one entity, and everything else that you were starting to pick out as an individual aspect became this one entity, and it's cool, man.
Yeah,
it's cool, it's complex, and
Maybe-
it's easy to listen to, and I don't understand how that happens.
maybe it's why this was getting so requested. I always wonder why certain things sort of become so requested, but it might be the most what you call it, straightforward fusion of both alternative, we have spoken that we really enjoy those type of fusions, and more orthodox like Indian music. Perhaps I could be wrong. Let us know. Go on.
It's a beautiful vocal color, though.
Yeah,
Very human, very raw to the ear. It's really nice.
Certainly very human. Yeah.
Indeed. Cool cross phrasing. That's really nice. Oh, okay.
Even more fusion.
So alternative, though. That is so freaking gorgeous. Oh yeah, he's in the place, man. Ah.
मेरे दिल खुशी से झूमे गाएं रातें पल पल मुझे डुबाएं जाते जाते
That man is truly in there. All vocals.
ये प्राण प्राण मारूं आए ऐसे मैं निहारूं तेरी आरती उतारूं तेरे नाम
Yeah, you might want to elaborate on the.
से जुड़े हैं
You might want to
That
elaborate
is
on the
so
vocalist.
cool. So all right, so they instead of traveling in harmony, so backing vocal is more often than not, their arrangements are done in thirds and fifths of the main chords of the vocalization, right? Depending on what section of vocal range you find the backing vocalist, they will work more often on the third or in the fifth, right?
Okay.
What happened here? They might have been working on thirds and fifth, but the movement itself was not full notes, so they were working on the in-betweens. So you move half a note each movement, and it creates this tension, this suspense, this nearly there but not really a resolution. So when you get to the resolution, as it progressively keeps getting higher, you have this like breath of fresh air effect, and it's only really well emphasized when it's a continuous sound, which is exactly what they did here. So they never gave you full note progression, so they always worked in the half note progression. If you pay attention to it, you're always holding your breath, you're on the edge of your seat, creating suspense with the vocalization.
There's that doubt.
No, not doubt. It creates a wonder.
Ah.
What's about to happen next?
Right.
There's a big moment of suspense. It's like when you're about to get jump scared in the movie. You know it's you know it's coming, but you don't know when.
Okay.
This is that's the feeling here. Swell, and it gives you a resolution. You see? It's really well written. Oh my god, what a freaking vibe!
What a showman. Nice.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Ooh, back to the. Oh,
Is there anything these people can't do?
This might be one of my favorites.
What was that? That was beautiful. What the hell, sir? Beautiful syncopations, man.
Your curtain. Oh, fuck it up.
Literally, Efra. What a beautiful combo with the acoustic guitar.
Wow, dude. God damn. Okay. You know what's really cool that I haven't seen in years? Is that's very common in, I guess, in South America, but not common anywhere else. You had the minor percussionist facing the drummer.
They were like literally looking at each other.
No, not really, but the.
No, I mean, but like the face, like face to face.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, they might have not been looking at each other then, but in the shot that they were taking, but I see.
Well, the drummer is not facing the minor
wait,
percussionist.
yeah.
The minor percussionist is facing the drummer, and the drummer is facing the band. That's very common in South America, and I actually used to do that with my father. I know a lot of you guys are familiar with him now that he's kind of like talks in some of the videos and stuff. But yeah, that's so odd to see. It felt actually homely. I feel like I was back home watching that.
I have to be honest, there were a lot of moments there that felt very familiar. They felt very... Yeah, they felt very familiar to me. Like, more often than not, in this journey that we have embarked with Indian music, a lot of it to me feels new and completely radical. It feels like something so extraordinary, absolutely a brand new world of music, and it takes a lot of brain power for me to assimilate, right? Because I don't understand the technicalities of it, and a lot of the times I just simply enjoy the moment because there's nothing I can build from knowledge, right? Because I have to like just accept it and like let it
you have to
run through me to
you have
understand
to learn.
it. Exactly. So it's a really humbling experience. But in this particular performance,
It's one of my favorites.
I felt at home and not for the rhythmicality or the I don't know, the similarity to Latin music, which is often what gives me that sense of homeliness. But I think it's because of the swinging rhythm of that 3/4 and the alternative edge and fusion throughout the whole piece. It really resonated with me in a way that felt very familiar.
So-
and it didn't, I like, my brain didn't create any type of resistance. It just took it all in, you know?
So I found the translations.
Okay, yes, cool.
So it says, I don't wish for riches, I wish only for your love. I'm yours, dear. You're mine, Saiyaan. I think Saiyaan is a name.
Maybe it's like an endearing term.
Maybe. I think it might actually be a name. If you touch me, I can die in peace and love. Dear, come into my arms. I long to melt within you. I wish I could lose myself in your entirety. Saiyaan.
That's what gives such a, like, even from the lyrical standpoint, like the poetry itself, that's what gives such a like
Saiyaan.
exactly such a like endearing type of like melody to it.
And then he says, my days are lively with my
Alive.
days are lively with joy. My nights sing. They make me lost every passing moment. I've lost myself as I win you. Now I live just for you. I wish I could look at you forever. I wish I could worship your image. All my relations begin with you. Saiyaan. I wish I could fall upon your body like a garland. I don't know what that means. Garland.
Isn't that
A garland is... what is a garland?
what is it?
A festoon of flowers, leaves, or other materials worn for ornaments.
Guirnalda.
There you go. It's a garland. It's a nice word. Never heard of it. Now I know. I wish I could sail in love across the universe. I wish I could sail through this life in your love. Saiyaan. This is a soft, warm addiction, and it keeps on rising. I wish you could wake me like never. My heart has now known madness. My world has lighted up. Like a new bride, I've become yours, my love. As you adorn my temple with your love, Saiyaan, I don't wish for riches, I want you. I don't know anything more. Perhaps you know. I just know that I'm all yours, and that you're mine. I just know that I'm all yours, and you're mine. I know I'm all yours, and you're mine, only mine.
That is absolutely beautiful.
It's good poetry, eh?
It feels like a declaration of vows. Like, isn't it? It's like
it's my favorite one. I like this
I
one.
think so. This is
My favorite so far have been Arijit, the GIMA Awards, the medley. I love that. I play that on repeat all the time.
It's like 12 minutes long, and it's like, yes.
Yeah, Jubing. I like Jubing.
Yeah.
Nautiyal.
No, the,
I think that's how you pronounce his name. And now I like Kailash.
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
This
Anyways,
is nice.
let us know what you thought about it. And obviously lovely that I found some translations. And what did you think about it?
And what else would
we
you
should
check out next?
Adios.